'cause I got my tea and I got my intuition in the driver's seat. Beautiful, intellectual, sensual, a multifaceted goddess. I think you should know I'm shadow and light. Embrace it all, and I'm doing just right. Hello beautiful, beautiful souls, OG here. Today I will be talking to you about the magical power of writing and just the power of using your gifts, whatever they are in general. Writing for me has always been my method of healing and my method of releasing from as young as I can remember, whether I realized it or not. I always wrote in some kind of way, whether it was stories when I was younger or just making stuff up. I just used to write. Writing in itself is a very, very powerful tool. When you put pen to paper or I don't know, fingers to phone or keyboard, whether or not you realize it, you are releasing and creating space within your mind. For me, writing is a way to get my thoughts out. For me, it's almost like having a conversation with myself. Often when I write, I end up kind of having a different perspective on certain things and get clarity on certain things. Now, writing for me is also very, very spiritual, as with any creative gift or talent that you have, which I'll get into. Writing is a way that I often channel my higher self, my spiritual self. Is how I get what I call spiritual downloads. Writing is a way that I connect with my ancestors, my spirit guides, and just a way that I tap in. Some of my most powerful realizations and awakenings have come through writing, and they still continue to do so, whether that's through journaling, songwriting. It's a way for me to channel the divine. Now for you, your gift, your talent, it may not be writing, it may be writing, but it may be drawing, it may be painting, it may be singing, it may be a lot of different things. But sometimes we underestimate the power of the things that come easily to us. Sometimes when we're looking for change and growth, we've got this subconscious idea in our mind that it's supposed to be hard. What comes easily to you will not necessarily come easy to somebody else. It's important to recognize that you've been given a gift for a specific reason. Creativity in itself is very, very spiritual. When we create, we enter a space of flow. We enter a space of alignment with our highest selves. It's about allowing ourselves to sit in that space and allowing what comes to us to flow out of us. I always describe myself as being a vessel, especially when I'm writing, because a lot of the time I'll finish a piece of writing and I read it and I'm like, who the hell wrote that? Because that wasn't me. So our abilities and talents are absolutely there for a reason. If you're a person that's looking to get in touch with yourself or to start acting as your truest self, or you're ready to step into your power and who you truly are, just peel it back a little bit, because sometimes a lot of the time we overcomplicate things for ourselves. Peel it back and say to yourself, what do I love doing? What comes easy to me? And see what comes up for you. It's also about trusting that your creativity is going to lead you to where you need to be. Trust your gut, trust your intuition, and follow your creativity. For me, creativity is synonymous with spirituality. For a while now, I've been on a journey of undoing and releasing and stepping into who I am. That has taken a lot of inner trust, practicing trust in my intuition, which comes quite naturally to me anyway, but sometimes, especially when we've been programmed and conditioned to be a certain way, we hit blocks where it's like, oh, that's a big risk, or that's a really scary step to take. And those are the testing times in which you have to decide, am I really about this life of going after what I know I should be doing? Am I really about this life of ignoring the thoughts and opinions of others? It's in those times, those testing times, that you have to move forward despite fear. Because fear's gonna be there, but it's about overriding it and saying, you know what, I'm a little bit fearful, but that's not an indication that I need to stop. That's not an indication that I need to go back 1,000 steps. That is how you practice diving into your intuition and following your creativity and what you should be doing. And diving into your creativity doesn't necessarily always mean that you have to straight away use it for others or use it to put out into the world. Use it to get more in touch with yourself. Use it to find your own answers. Use it to learn more about yourself. For me, writing for a long time was for myself, and then I started putting pieces out into the outside world, and eventually I realized, okay, I'm not meant to be using this solely for the benefit of myself. I'm being used as a vessel to uplift and help heal the collective. But I had to get to a stage where I was using my creativity and my spiritual gift to understand myself and who I was first, in order to be able to be of service to others. You know something is spiritually downloaded by the way it makes you feel. I'm definitely what you would call an automatic writer, which is one of a whole host of spiritual abilities that are out there. Again, that is a whole nother video, but I'm definitely a channeler. I channel. Even with messages that I have to give other people, they often come to me through writing. And with any gift or ability or talent, it's important to nurture it and work on it. If you're only kind of newly diving into your creativity and learning how to utilize it, you may not be able to decipher messages and all of that stuff at first. But with anything, it's important to keep nurturing that gift. For me, I journal most days, and there's been times where I've woken up and I know I'm supposed to be journaling, and I'm like, I don't see the benefit in it, but I have to remind myself. I might not see why it's important for me to do it now, but even if I write one sentence, three sentences or 5 pages, it's important to get something down, because I'm growing and strengthening my gift. I'm growing and strengthening my intuition. I'm growing and strengthening my creativity. It's not always going to feel like, oh, I've got this magical download. Sometimes it's going to feel like, well, do I need to do this today? But override that. Even if you spend 2 minutes, 30 seconds on whatever your gift is, spend that time nurturing it on a regular basis. And over time, you'll see the compounded effects of that. You are a magical, multifaceted and multi-dimensional being, capable of so much. Let's stop overcomplicating things. Let's start tapping inwards. Let's start realizing what we already have within us that is going to catapult us into the direction of growth and into the direction of ascension and being closest to the highest version of ourselves. Like with anything, you're going to go through challenges and periods of difficulty, but we have so much within us that we tend to ignore due to looking externally for answers. Bring that focus back in, bring your focus back into your creativity, and you will be amazed by the lengths that you grow. All right, beautiful souls, don't forget to like, share and subscribe. I will be back with more magic. Awaken.